Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief. Today we're going to talk about the WWE putting on longer matches, the WWE wanting Dolph with shorter hair. We're going to make some completely uninformed Impact Slammiversary predictions, and we're going to drop a preview of tonight's SmackDown. But first, Larson.
Yeah?
When are we going to see Brock Lesnar on WWE TV again?
I don't know. Oh, you want real news? Okay. So, there have been some conflicting reports about whether Brock was originally scheduled to be on this year's SummerSlam or not, but at this juncture, it seems pretty obvious that the biggest party of the summer will likely happen at the PC and without Brock Lesnar, because he'll probably just stay home and do what, Steve?
He's going to stare at his land.
Stare at his land.
That's what he likes to do.
That's what he likes to do with the most recent Wrestling Observer newsletter. Dave Meltzer seems to confirm that scenario and mentions that it could be a while until we see the Beast incarnate again, saying, quote, Lesnar is not scheduled for this year's SummerSlam show. One of the reasons he put over McIntyre so strongly was because he was not coming back anytime soon.
This is not shocking at all. Nobody wants to see this stuff. I mean, Brock Lesnar, he's one of those guys who just works best in front of people. Like, he's an attraction, and you need him just standing there awkwardly, bouncing side to side, dancing a little bit to his music or whatever. It just doesn't work in a performance center. It's too.
You don't have Brock Lesnar guy doing this.
Yeah, exactly. You need Brock Lesnar guy if you're going to have Brock Lesnar. So this is, on one hand, the only surprise about it is that Brock Lesnar has been Mr. SummerSlam. If you look back at SummerSlam, I think he's either main evented or been on the show at least.
He came back in 2012, like every year,
Every single year he's been at SummerSlam, and I'm pretty sure he's main evented 90% of those, like the vast majority of them. He might.
The only one he didn't was when it was Cena and Daniel Bryan.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
that was 2014.
Yeah. So this isn't surprising given the current circumstances. WWE they are trying to do a little bit of belt tightening, but I kind of think that if they thought Brock Lesnar would help their horribly sagging ratings, maybe they would plunk down the money for it. But I don't know. They might just be writing this whole year off, man.
I mean, the way Meltzer puts it, it was like it was never in the plans to begin with. And we had heard that from various places that maybe the some juncture the original plan for SummerSlam was, especially if the crowd was going to be there, was for Drew to have a rematch against Brock so he could have that moment of beating Brock in front of fans. But then there's been some conflicting stuff over that, whether that was penciled in at all, whether it was not. So, regardless, it's not going to happen.
You want some completely baseless speculation?
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't if that's true. If that was the original plan, was him not to do SummerSlam regardless of fans. If at some point after Mania but before SummerSlam they were going to get fans back, they probably would have opened up the wallet for him to come back and change the plan. Because you're right, I think they probably would have wanted that big Drew moment. Right now, the way Randy Orton is going, though, him versus Drew makes all the sense in the world.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be an awesome.
It's gonna be killer. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. You think they're gonna have some weird pre-film stipulation for that, or cinematic stipulation of some sort?
They're starting to go a bit overboard with these cinematic matches.
No way, man. I want more cinematics and I want longer matches. And that's a good thing because apparently WWE does too. It's probably a good thing, Larson, that Brock is staying home because according to Tom Colohue, WWE is looking to put on longer matches.
Brock doesn't do longer matches. That's why that's in there.
Yeah, he doesn't. So Tom said this during a recent episode of Sportskeeda's Dropkick Discussions podcast. He said there has been a mandate from WWE management recently to have longer matches. A large part of this is down to the fact that they don't have as many people as they normally would, so they have to stretch things out a little bit. It worked out, I think, about a week and a half ago on SmackDown where they just hit all the different divisions, one match for each one. It really helped keep things hyped up, but obviously they have lost a few more people since then. Raw this week was very much built around that as well. So for Extreme Rules, the same rule applies. The cinematic matches are apparently quite long, and there is still a chance that we see a SmackDown Tag Team title match added to the card. So that's interesting stuff. I'm in favor of, SmackDown a couple weeks ago, they had like 3 matches in a row or something that were just killer barn burner matches. They're pretty long. I'm a fan of that, not what we saw on SmackDown last week.
No,
That was awful.
No, we've seen this several times on Raw. We'll have a talking segment to precede a match, and between the talking segment and the match, it'll take up like 40 minutes of airtime between all that stuff and commercial breaks. We've seen that for a couple of weeks now. I would not be surprised, as this report states, that continues, given they might be a bit shorthanded between people not wanting to work, people who can't work, given everything that's going on. As long as the matches are good, heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah. I mean, typically if they're going to put on like a 25-minute match or a 20-minute match, they're not going to do that with, some like lower card guys. Usually they save that for you look at, for example, one of the early examples of this was Aleister Black versus Apollo Crews. And it was like, whoa, wow.
Yeah, it was really good.
They are doing this right now? Really? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
They typically save that stuff for that. Now, if you want to put Baron Corbin in a 25-minute match,
Baron versus Braun in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
No good. Dude, honestly, Raw needs to go down to 2 hours and put 1 hour of like some really snazzy, like, hey, let's look at this awesome match from the past. People like that stuff. I don't get why they don't do like an hour of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe contractually they can't.
That could be, but they have such a huge archive of incredible wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I know.
The fact that either they don't or can't use that in their broadcast stuff is kind of a bummer. Although, like FS1 has been running a bunch of old pay-per-views.
It does pretty well, too.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't do, like, Raw numbers. Seemingly, it's about to. Like, if the trend continues.
The first WrestleMania they showed did almost NXT numbers, didn't it?
I think, dude, honestly, it did. I think what they could do is do like director commentary stuff. When they had Shawn Michaels and Razor and Scott Hall do commentary, basically they chopped the crap out of it, but they did commentary on their ladder match. Like, dude, who wouldn't want to see that? That sounds great. I
know, that's great.
This is the perfect time to start pulling that curtain back. You know what other vintage moment they should go back and look at, Larson?
What's that?
When Dolph Ziggler cut his hair and dyed it brown, or let the bleach leave his hair. I don't know how that works. Anyways, remember that weird period years ago when Dolph Ziggler had short brown hair, Larson?
Vaguely.
My memory might be crap, but for some reason, I still remember that. Well, if you've ever wondered the real reason behind the short-lived look, we're here to show... Oh, wait, no. We're here to show the world.
We're here to show the world, so come on.
In an interview with Talk Sport, Ziggler said it was because he was told his long blonde hair was keeping him from being a credible world champion. Although I can name like a ton of long-haired blonde world champions, Larson.
Yeah,
this is what he had to say. Why don't you go ahead and do your best Dolph Ziggler?
I'm here to show the world. One time, a long time ago, I was told the reason I'm not credible for world championships. This is 10 years ago, maybe longer, whatever. The reason I'm not credible enough to be winning world championships is because my hair. Not because I get beat up. Not that I lose every match. Not that I don't talk. It was because of my blonde hair. So it got cut short and dyed black, and I was serious. I went out there and beat the hell out of Santino, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever done. I didn't want to do it. I said, this isn't me. We could find a way to introduce more of my shooting background and things. Nope. That's what they wanted, the haircut. Then after 3 weeks, they said, our bad. Sometimes people don't see it. How about I just beat some people up sometimes, or won a couple matches, or talk like I know I am right now and defend myself and say, hey, I should be out there tying people in knots, winning world titles, getting on the microphone, hopping on a jet, doing a press conference and strutting away with Ric Flair. And they go, yeah, but I don't know. We should just cut your hair. So I tried to get out of it as much as I could, but sadly, I guess that's the vision that they have, and you have to go with that and try and fight them every single day. And I do fight the good fight behind the scenes and in the ring every damn day.
Yeah. With Dolph's skill set, he was super over at one point. And, he had Big E and AJ Lee with him. You would think with his skill set, with the way he sells, he's always kind of been perpetual high-profile enhancement guy, He won the world championship, but I guess because of concussion issues or whatever, they took it back off him after a month. He had that amazing cash in that everybody loved.
Oh man, that was incredible.
And yeah, I feel like he is one of those guys that he has had an incredible career. He really, anybody would be happy to have Dolph's career, at all. But you got to wonder, like, he never really hit his ceiling. Like, his ceiling was pretty high up there. And they could have gone any number of ways with him. And I wonder if any of it might have been sort of analysis paralysis, if you will. Like, well, this guy has a really sort of varied skill set. What do we do with him?
Yeah. I mean, we've very rarely seen him really utilize his extensive amateur background.
I know. I mean,
imagine. He could be Zack Sabre Jr.
I was literally about to say that. I know.
We just don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Another thing we don't know, Larson, is who's going to win at Slammiversary. We're going to do our best to predict that right now.
Oof.
I don't think I might check it out, and I'll live tweet it, but like I'm not sure I'm going to do like a watch along thing because we can't co-stream it, and I'm not sure how many of the friendos are going to get it. Like it might be me and 5 people just sitting here sweating on Twitch. But I might check it out on my iPad. I don't know. I mean, it's a big wrestling thing. It's Slammiversary. So we're going to go ahead and give our predictions here. First up, we've got some sort of what is this, like
it's a gauntlet match. The gauntlet match winner is new number 1 contender for a women's title.
Okay, all right. Let's see here.
The participants: Alicia Edwards, Havoc, Kira Hogan, Kimberly, Kylie Ray,
Nevaeh?
Sure. Madison Rain, Rosemary, Susie, Tasha Steeles, and Taya Valkyrie.
Wow. Okay, gauntlet match, huh? Let's see here. Man, you went. I don't want to choose anybody. Let's see here. Yeah, dude. I mean, seemingly like Kylie Ray's been doing like the interview rounds, like big time lately. She had a good one with Sean Ross Sapp. She had another one with Chris Van Vliet. I mean, I know you picked her already, but that would be my pick as well, Kylie Ray.
All right, Kylie Ray. We both picked Kylie Ray. Next, for the X Division title, champion Willie Mack taking on Chris Bay.
Chris Bay has had some interesting character developments as of late. He's been managed by what's that dude's name? Johnny Swinger? Yeah. And then Johnny Swinger caught him talking crap about him behind his back. And Johnny Swinger's like, hey, they're saying I'm not even allowed to corner you. I don't even want to anymore. So you're out there by yourself. So so I don't know. That might put the favor in Willie Mack, but I feel like Chris Bay.
Yeah. Now after you explain that, I kind of feel like it's Willie Mack's match to lose. That being said, I know Chris Bay's wrestled out here in California. Well, so is Willie Mack, but Chris Bay.
Yeah, Chris. I'm going to say Chris Bay. Because what better way to get a feud going again? Johnny Swing. He's like, hey, I had this champion without you. I didn't need you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then Willie Mack, honestly, dude, let's be honest. Willie Mack really should be going for that Impact Championship or maybe even Moose's fake TNA Championship. That's a situation I would see Willie Mack in because he's great.
He is great. Next, the Rascals have an open challenge against opponents to be named later. It's got to be the Good Brothers, yeah?
It's got to be the Good Brothers. They're going to show up. Well, wait a second. No. Okay. So the North are taking on Shamrock and Callahan. All right. Yeah.
Unless the Good Brothers show up after that match and confront the North. They don't have a match of their own. But I'll say Good Brothers. Good Brothers show up. They beat the Rascals.
So wait, what is this match to determine?
Nothing.
This is the match to determine that the Good Brothers are going to do.
In Impact now.
Going to have a cup of coffee in Impact. For the fake TNA World Championship, we got Moose, the fake champion, versus Tommy Dreamer, the real challenger to a fake championship, I guess.
Yeah, regardless, Moose is retaining.
Yeah, Moose is totally going to win this. Maybe in dominant fashion. Not sure how they booked Tommy Dreamer over there.
I don't know either. Next, we got the North, your Impact Tag Champs, versus Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan. That's an interesting tag team.
Didn't they? These guys were just at each other's throats not that long ago.
That's what I thought, too. So the North are totally winning.
The North have had a record-setting tag title reign in Impact. Mm-hmm. Why is it I know so much about Impact, but I don't watch it?
I know that too.
I don't watch it. And I don't see that ending. Although, man, thrown together tag teams are a pretty big deal. So, man.
They can be, unless they're thrown together strictly to enhance the feud between them, while skipping the step of actually having them be champions together.
You know, man, we gotta. I'm gonna say this.
Oh, look at that.
We have to split at some point, and nothing's on the line here. I'm gonna go with Shamrock and Callahan.
All right, very well. Next, for the Knockouts title, champion Jordan Grace taking on Deanna Prazo.
Oh, come on, dude. They're building up Prazo so hardcore here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm Jordan Grace is going to win. I don't think Deanna Prazo is even under contract.
That doesn't matter with Impact. Everything there is a handshake deal, man. It's like, hey, here's a handshake and a hot dog. You want to do some work for us? Yeah, sure. Why not? Do I get paid? We'll see. We'll see.
No, I got Jordan Grace retaining that title.
They're like, come on, it's good exposure. Might get to NWA. Start making some money.
Finally, our main event, Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards versus Trey versus mystery opponent.
Oh, man, it's EC3 mystery opponent. He's going to win. He's going to win the Impact World Champion, dude.
He is, EC3.
Yeah, Ace Austin. Isn't it sad that all the biggest names in this match got themselves out of it in various ways? Because it was supposed to be also Tessa Blanchard and Michael Elgin.
Yeah.
And, she didn't show up, and then he wasn't allowed to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is going to be EC3, the 1%.
I kind of feel like whoever to be announced is going to be champion.
Are there any other I mean, Heath Slater's a possibility. If Heath Slater is to be announced, he's not going to be world champion.
No, because I think it'd be someone like if Miro was healthy, he could have been a possibility.
Yeah.
Obviously EC3. Either of those two names.
Speaking of names, we got more names on SmackDown tonight. We're going to get your SmackDown preview right here. AJ Styles and Matt Riddle set for Intercontinental Championship clash. This should be an instant classic, Larson.
I hope so. Next, Bray Wyatt heads to the Firefly Funhouse ahead of the horror show at WWE Extreme Rules.
Oh, nice. Like a little road trip movie with Bray Wyatt. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
And then Alexa Bliss invites mystery guest onto a Moment of Bliss. Is this going to be EC3 also?
I doubt it, but that'd be an interesting surprise.
He's going to talk about going to Impact? He's going to do a shoot interview?
That'd be interesting.
Who's she feuding with right now? Alexa Bliss? Is she feuding with anybody?
Sasha and Bailey.
She's sort of in that Sasha Bailey thing. Mm-hmm. This is going to be underwhelming. Anyways, hopefully SmackDown's good. We've got two things on here that I like Alexa Bliss, but I mean, I don't know what to expect with that. It could be another karaoke showdown. The AJ match is going to be great. Bray Wyatt going to Firefly Funhouse. That'll be cool. Hopefully there's going to be other cool stuff. It's only 2 hours. So join us tonight at twitch.tv/Steve and Larson. We're on the road to 500 subs over there. So maybe help us out with that for our live SmackDown review right after the show. And then, of course, it's right after that on demand here at YouTube.
Correct.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time. We'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.